Kwesi Machi. Obisi still are here and celebrate two birthday in Tigusu.
What the cake for about?
You never know. You never know. Obuansa bakwepi. Kwesi anope minunko Niger.
Yes, sir.
On front page insight anope SMG says no to war in Niger. Socialist Movement of Ghana. Front page now so no TUC against war in Niger. Dr. Yalban, Secretary General, and Nedisa and Kratebi Tuja, Milso Pepe Yafa. And what you know, ya share near Ecoso, a war in Commodity Munia, say ECOWAS, Yabeko, Yanko. Transitional, yes, I bind our on the same moment transition 3 years. And Sana, your bedroom will say Yabeko back to our so called democracy now. ECOWAS is say, and more drink. It be say military intervention or diplomacy, which way to go? Because why drink chair when Niger home at the say.
Master Kwame.
Brackety.
Niger some no dear. Sisia Ukraine. In this year can because West Africa, among for West Africa in natural margin say a corner nya de papa as yes so.
Yeah.
Edikan. Nigeria, one parliament. Na ese kaiso say Nigeria man penny onuna udi ECOWAS bano.
Tinubu.
Nigerian parliament can play. So mu de san tukwa no ena de ombeso so. No munjai. Apart from Nigerian parliament, we share Nigerian northern states na omoni Niger eboshina. Governors need never because we do makwan kra ma Nigeria buying and fast so that from for almost assassin koko.
Yeah.
And you see idea here pa say be team ye. Anope Ghana chief imam. Onu so akasa sa kun ne de yinjai.
At least me nyantie no.
There were papers no one pay.
Okay.
Chief man so akasa sa kun pa de inja em fan fast in faso bi eni ho de bebre nti em fa ekon no ento nchen opening Presbyterian Church Miami Presbyterian Church eso be ka che sa kun no de em faso bi eni so Catholic Bishops Conference of West Africa so be ka se kun no em faso bi eni so Trades Union Congress of Ghana.
TUC.
Almost be kasa. There's a video be February. Obi asisa kunu de. E fasuru bi eni so ni njai. Masa. And what you know, last meeting of ECOWAS omo koye no Abuja. Omo kokasi so say dole. Senkofo no amfo mampeni dada na betra kunwa no so a enu on beko. Heads of states omukoye, countries omukoye no omoye enwotwe out of 16. That's significant. And what you know omukoye no kra no ba akokra de omampani na nko. Na ambassador owo Abuja no and also enu onko share na keke bi. And the legitimacy is questionable. Really questionable. Odi anoso to nchen a Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea. Oma boy koko says ni na se dia suda fo ko ho a omuni embesi ani pa.
Omonka so omuni yen ebesi ani ba omso omompene.
Omo say an attack on Niger will be considered an attack on them. Say. Enti say dia suda fo ko akoko a yet to say ECOWAS near Niger near West Africa no watch it. It will be an internal West African war. Faso bi eni so. Danu ko de twam African Union. So they betu just say one more de santu kwa no. One more mfuaso. Yasi aka one so mfuaso de no mo doso. Opening Algeria. Uni Algeria history kakra. Nim kakra. Algeria so because santu kwa no faso bi eni so. wɔn kura deɛ wohwɛ asɛm wɔn ka na kyerɛ sɛ yɛkɔ akɔko na sɛ France ne America foɔ ɛbɛboa yɛn a ɛnna dole ɛhwɛ wɔn so akɔboa Niger foɔ no wɔn de abɛtu dwa clean ɔn yɛm kyerɛ no ɛyɛ Russia so ɔbɛka sɛ Western countries no de wɔn ho gye mu a wɔn mpene ɛno nso aseɛ ne sɛ Western countries no de wɔn ho gye mu wɔn mpene a na sɛ wɔn nso ba nti yɛnhwɛ yi a na ntoko a esi Ukraine no na ɛba bɛsi wɔ West Africa ha nti saa kon no deɛ dole ayɛm sɛ atɔ nsuo mu na Kwame saa kon no ɛho sunsuansoɔ ne ntumi nsɔ ano edi kan yɛn nyinaa nim na apotɔ kasɛm yɛfrɛ wɔn Islamic insurgency wɔn ani abere dindindindindin wɔ Niger hɔ a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn fa Niger wɔn mmerɛ bi etwa mu na wɔn control 60% of the land territory of Burkina Faso wɔn wɔ Guinea wɔn wɔ Mali na nsɛm mu no wɔn takiri Togo Northern Togoland Northern Togo wɔn san kɔ tackle Benin Northern Benin nso na sasodafo wɔn ni sɛ Islamic insurgency kui yɛne wɔn kɔko a what would it do to the state of Islamic insurgency in the sub-region? Because you have terrorists, no, kina. The omo terrorists no omo kuno. Omo na yen yesi ibitumi a yakobo won. Na abu won wi a ubema soldiers natural ho. No more face terrorists na say who could a military government was na betra krum. No the terrorists nso omo nya ne ombe. Ya sem kese. Esi a dream hu yi. Da pay etwa mu. Your friend is saying Jenny onions. Ne buo pedia Ghana ha na sam kitwa. Yedintia. Sanctions here ECOWAS dey akoto Niger su. Ana ama Jenny buo no ekoso didi. This say Jenny na yidi han bebre ho ne fiba.
Isn't that an embarrassment?
Oh, Kwame.
Enye niwu.
Kwame, can be.
Enye niwu say Jenny.
You're crafting Niger. And Abayasam. In fact, many West African countries no. Omo G aduane won fa aduane free Niger ni na no. Aka won. Em se be na nsa. And I'm heard video. Trucks omo ko Niger, omo de nyoma ko Niger, no mo ko fa aduane aba the rest of West African countries no. Masa omo sum hosa omo tumi nko. Nti edio kom kese na ebebre West Africa ha. Eka we na wi a uko Niger the United States of America for one second largest drone base in the world.
Niger.
Second largest drone base in the world. It's yanko kumi yanko kono enasam kitwa. If they have the second largest drone base in the world there, what are the consequences likely to be? But there's something very interesting in penning for no say almost share them be omuni. Last week Yara, the United States of America appointed a new ambassador to Niger.
Arabi.
What does it?
Irano,
that's it. Does that not imply recognition? New ambassador, why not presenting the letters of credence to? So that implies a certain recognition. And you want the almost say Kutupasi and Koku, almost the only one, fine ba. Only I'm sure. Upon French for ya, Womo Enyam Faso Pachen Bia or Niger. My church and Faso Munya no Mukakra. Oh, France electricity. 1/3 of French electricity. Uranium Aomode power France 1/3. Every Niger. Light bulb miensa ewo France baako are powered by electricity from Niger. So we hear one monetary arrangements near there. Niger for one cotton idea man on in one foreign exchange near the Kogu Central Bank of France and we say I can't pay and so on. France is here in Koku. The former president in Bessia.
But has France said that explicitly?
Yes. France supports the ECOWAS intervention. Kwame, France supports the Kokrokoo we are ombenya uranium. Kokrokoo we are Niger gold ni na omo na eko ni ade. Na yen Kokrokoo no. Omo so me ma $25 million. Kwame nya bufu. Yen fa ye soldier for nko no omo Kokrokoo no omo nkowu. Na omo nya electricity omo krom. Omo nya gold. Omo nje Niger for foreign reserves ni ade ni na no mfa mpeso no omo nkoyi. Omo nyoma nkoyi ma on. Omo ma $25 million. Ahi no omo di ma Ukraine. Ahi and omo di ma Ukraine. And I yen $25 million ni enkowu. Say me ti ye mi bufu afu no na asam kitu akra. Mi bu afu asam ye mi hwe nyi $25 million. Now one soldier's life ukra embru $25 million. One Ghanaian soldier obewu no kra na embru sa. Oh, asanya before the ye life no enye bibi emfaso bi wo so. Emfaso bi ani so. Nti ye de yenkoko no omunye yi na ye hu amane. Embaso. Alabraka embaso. Na ni wa retremu se ye mpanimfo ni nyinara na ekọ nyina omutie. Ya semu so mbetie na supam. Na omo ye hihye a enkofa okun emba. Sanso okun ne de ebe haye ekwan bebre so. Na asamba akoso eda ho. Ohun ayi Senegal. Macky Sall. Onu so jina mu dindindin se enkoko ne emfa democracy emra Niger.
Onu na ekasa.
Se Macky Sall odimu akotin pa. Na onu Macky Sall no onu ni democracy. Ni kromu eja damu wo ho no. Onu oni democracy.
Ade na yese democracy o.
Na ede.
Democracy.
Okay.
Nti ebia internet sa no.
Ena no pay. The Democrat ya mika home ya true insight. Or the Macky Sall krom ensem wesisi ho no. E de abetuda. Na edura na mika edura nyumre na mika masre sa Macky Sall no kope democracy aba no. Ko hedi krom. Oman no mra pon e constitution no kra no masa. Wasesa no. Wo nyam prensa ko beko. We onu nim democracy onu di democracy ko bi krom. Hwe Alassane Ouattara.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Also onu kra di we 1,000 troops. As in secondary school for be na route na wo kwa kwele route. 1,000 soldiers. Also 1,000 soldiers in enkonkoku. Who Alassane Ouattara? Who my emra pon constitution? What's his name? Am I quoted? Who Alassane Ouattara? We a beneficiary of a coup. So na French phone be two Laurent Gbagbo. Ka wo no man pen. Who we a beneficiary of a coup. Who can restore democracy. The records are of most of the leaders of West Africa. Omu ina hwe omu record. Naturally ni man ye democratic. Any wusam kwa. I mean some people are who the CNC any wusam kwa.
Are Ghana ye democratic.
What was it?
Ghana. You see West Africa open back open democrats na wa okrom Ghana say ekuta democracy.
Salam kan. Ba o de person fan say nti wo democracy nti ye mfa asoda for no kono nkowu. No mo mfa Bazoum o se Bazoum no se de no nkosi president. Bazoum no ni ho mfa so e magana for the way. Onu woti ho no ni ho mfa so de ne way.
Because you say back kra.
Na ye fan say anofom brejo.
Kwame.
I'll see he concedes that.
I will consider it's just a concession.
Mehu chief imam there in graphic page 22.
Into my concession say Ghana is democratic. Oh,
that's not near. Statement na make say o can say demo obia nye democrat na sure that.
Me say I will consider that. Even if I consider that no cry no a ekunu faso di so. Sabio tafra chenyado. Nyansa pa de bi ni. Sa tukwa no. nyansa pa de
inti yenjai Niger sani etie na no mo bra.
That is the principle. But wiase no yakodu mpempenso bi a bibi de si de bia no sunsanso e ma yina. Enti kebe ya mpanimfo ya omo so omo de omo ti democracy asi. Womu na SS womu ti democracy asi. Yamwa Niger mpanimfo no. Womu nya ne e fata enkodu mpempenso bi a ye ho betire yen.
Say almost your mom with 3 years.
Yes, yampini.
Into your bedding.
Na me hwe. Yes, yampini. Ompini abaye de. Anra na memini da no. BBC. Burkina Faso ni Mali soldiers no omodu hodada.
Omodu Niger.
Omodu hodada. Na so hwe thousands and thousands of people are. Omo board dumping. Eko shia Burkina Faso any Mali soldiers now. We ambassador. Masa nipa womo tanks ni trucks no ewura ho no ni papa ko board dumping ko boji womo so no I say this is not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be a walk in the park at all. Na Niger for no womo ye battle hardened. Such charges is one pinimo bi amfa asuda for nkofa ni kromo nkoko. Nti ye de ni akoko.
Ye be fa wiem.
Why you ever you?
Na men kan say.
Ghana asuda for airplane ahin omo.
Na ade na Ghana nkwa na oboedin.
So say you dey soldiers ko.
But ye de be ko de.
Last week so to say ye mpanimfo ni bi ekoshia parliamentarians bi. Emo kasa en enkosi aga.
Maintain no.
Last year.
Last year?
Hey, last week. Last week. I know from
Brejo.
Yeah.
Why the question? Why no must why no?
Last week in TIT and say Minister of National Security. And I'm say Foreign Affairs and Defense. And I'm say Bakoka. Share parliamentarians. Share parliamentary committee on interior, and a parliamentary committee on foreign affairs, and a parliamentary committee on defense. Everyone could drink. Na parliamentarians na nga say it is one much mienu nti asem enya nsisuye
ebia bisa say why Niger, Guinea abesin, Burkina abesin, Mali abesin, ebi say identity do Niger so the efedie ye ma emuso omo kasa ne say some patch say ye jai Burkina, ye jai Mali, ye jai Guinea ama oma ba be legitimate for want of a better word. And ye enjoy Niger. Ebi so ye enjoy Niger. Na just say beto aso a enkusi daben. So why Niger? So me bisaw.
Eba Guinea ni Mali no. Na ye pedi ko na on say honko a ohun ya me che. Enye nsen de nye hu sa. Ena Burkina be pie so. I didn't know who. Anche ena Sierra Leone. Okay.
Yeah.
Musu was Sierra Leone and Sierra Leone. They almost me a swano. So much so I know you poor. You omugusu omusano. And na bam Niger. In that way, penny for almost I say, hey, I didn't know bang.
Boba.
Boba. Bang. I don't think any braba. Enunti ena nibra ba no sanya sa aka bia ka nibra no ka empida nkosoro sa na afi omo hwa ade no ben eba ekukuruba onam chem. That is the problem. Ade no boba ekukuruba tisi salon say so omo tumi aso anu yi ana so omo tumi so anu yi kra intumi nka. Last week and 2 weeks omo tichi asoda fo mpanimfo no bebre say asuda for no fa pam se ka aban no ombe wonu konsan na se selion to afede na de na hem se aban pa kwa na aban pa na Nigeria professor bibisa nasam kwa mi
crazy
o say it is a coup d'etat ipa esi Nigeria ka ECOWAS for no ko mbenya courage kura ko dream ho so mu ko Nigeria ko ani
why le benya so courage no Ah, why the Benyas are courage?
Exactly. And when we say Nigeria, Kwana Sequoia Ghana, Obi Betima sorry or back Ghana Beku, at the former head of state Ebesisu. Now, some never be cross yesterday. Never be what. Never be what Massa Utia S3.
Question me, your power, don't
I sound never be what S.
Evan S3.
Oh, Tinibu. Massa Tinibu.
Question practice, I mean, son of.
Oh, Massa.
Okay, me hate Tinibu,
Tinibu. Massa Tinibu. Nanti cry anything.
Una oka.
Oh, now they will show any video who Nanti cry anything. Aqua cry. Nivia where the cry na ebibi e da ho.
With the 80 85 90.
Hey, Kwame. Ye na kwaka sem kese.
Oh, na set time of the president. Na or say with the 73 or 74 baby. Now the year before, now the first man celebrating his 60th birthday. You know, at this point, Odi 13 them so one. But today can assemble.
Tinibu, who Tinibu? Northeast, Nigeria Northeast. Boko Haram are sorry the ding. Uhuano. Boko Haram kura uhuano. Oze mekwa Niger akoko. Hey, na sani ya no. Wo Tinibu Boko Haram kura na aji nsem wo kuro mu. Boko Haram kura aji nsem wo kuro mu awu ano. Ozi mede ko woso wo Niger. Fa ko woso e. Ya de ya fa ko woso wo. Boko Haram po wantu. Oh. Na and some the doors they say be kan dey sorry ha. Wo Tinibu elections are wo ko disputed, the Gusu Kama Semo court. What fell more ECOWAS? One more in Yabutre and try my and determine so presidency legitimate and legal, and I say,
what Tinibu?
Tinibu.
And I said Tinibu, then I swear, you know. And he has sworn in area, no.
Yeah, but notwithstanding that, there was a dispute which was still being settled. You pay democracy, pay a battle of Punji. Nanka. You're not butre kakra twen. But Tinubu si okwa wo northern states governors ni na ase alabraka. Wo mo ma kwan kran be fa ho kran kokko. Boko Haram ya jinsam. There's a secessionist movement in the east. You were low intensity civil war in Niger Delta. Hu anu. O me kokko Niger. Ko. Ko. Goodbye Tinubu. Ko na kokko. Masa Kwame, if see here.
Questions on this here, no. May one my last question be maybe so. Okay, French for more interest in uranium. Okay, US for our ambassador, Abaho, new ambassador. It could be a subtle acknowledgement and acceptance of the regime in Niger. Na yenim se Wagner for se Wagner for no so ne Russia for no so e diagro was area ho. Eti China for so aso matter no mo hwe but obi anim se as a China for no so ne Russia for won kita hodie. Eti ye no ebibi man no. What is it about us and it's our belt ho no. Ye natural resource na say as a power play bi wo ho. What is it?
Mas anya power play keke. Yati ya kasai. Se ebi remaya no mo share French nkwasumu. Etumi nya fa hodia. The French economy will crash. No doubt, the French economy will crash. So arrangement French-speaking African countries, when we do foreign reserves, it could go Central Bank of France. See, just arrangement, no poor, the French economy will crash. Nyabani say, when we could turn a deal on Manonia, no one else can be a Manonia. That's when we could go Central Bank of France.
Yeah.
When we could go Central Bank of France, French for no. When we hear scared, they won't put to announce when we do woman's abo, woman be so bia. No more they are punto. They don't pay interest on it, nothing. No more they are punto.
Aye, sika no.
Yeah,
Ebi my sika no.
Ebi brimu man ni sika. Na say ebi brimu man na omu sika gu ho no. Womu hia sika de improve na bibia. Womu a omu sika na omu de akogu French for Central Bank no. Na omu akobo busia wo. Kwa mitini yo.
Mitio pa kwesi.
Womu akobo omu ankasa sika busia na omu san tua interest. Omu a sika na omu ye de abo omu busia no. Omu san interest wo. Tua interest so. Esisi sembe no. Hwɛ French for no more company be a friend no Arriva. You know what that? Arriva.
David.
Womu ye in charge of mining uranium ewo Niger.
Okay.
Now Arriva no there were two subsidiaries. Baku of France and a Baku of Niger. Subsidiary na ewo Niger no na dwuma ne say o mining uranium no. Not on my French subsidiary, no, the same company. Now, French for 5% royalty. 5%. And a Niger for this penny. 5% today, most is here to do. It means 12%. Arriva, with the support of the French government, anyone pay so and free be. A channel, no, I'm okay. Sasana Moka de Apini. The bet you have 12.5% no. Masa, almost 12.5% no 2 more. The royalties they paid was less than when they were paying 5%.
How?
Yes. Smart accounting. Very simple thing. They reduced the prices of uranium. To the extent that almost 12.5% no cry and do 5%.
No.
Sure. Niger, gold, gold. It is one of the major producers of gold in West Africa. Niger is the second poorest country in Africa. Second in the world. In Africa, the world. Second poorest country in the world. In spite of all of these resources. And the resources are a major part of the equation. Military, in terms of military strategy, is a major strategic place in the world. Imagine, say, the US, almost second largest drone base in the world, Niger. We have French for ya. Troop deployment in Niger, massive. Now, someone go for business and say, Abrofoi. Mudi sa musojafoɔ asudafoɔ ne makode ne ade nyinaa ba Niger mudi bi kɔ Burkina Faso mudi bi kɔ Mali den na insurgency no asura na ɛkɔ ka mo din a mo akode obi ani bi mo sisa mo sojafoɔ kɔ go ka say Islamic insurgency no ka ba form. The argument is that asudafoɔ no ho nyo mo dwuma ne sɛ wo ne Islamic insurgency no wakɔ. They are there to protect the uranium, to protect the gold, to protect the natural resources. Now, we find it free. We find it free, Master. We find it free. Niger for nya and fast biara. That is part of the equation. Now, Sisiano, West Africa, a center of global attention, especially in terms of military and the economy and so on. A the center, and there's a reason for it. Okay, Ebra Bush bar power 2000. Okay.
2000 power.
Bush bar power. Now, US, they were having difficulties with their energy supplies. This is the
But it wasn't that critical.
But they set up a committee to look into how to solve the energy needs of the United States of America. The committee was chaired by Dick Cheney.
Vice President.
In fact, the committee report is called the Cheney Report. When you Google, Google Cheney Report. What did Cheney Report say? Cheney Report, that's a more detailed than he said. I was the Middle East, who said, ding. And the Cheney Report recommended, say, the U.S. should shift its attention to West Africa, which has a huge potential for the production of oil, gas, and other energy needs.
Mm-hmm.
Report. And as far back as 2001, now US the Omar say if they are to become energy sufficient and so on, they have to look to West Africa. That's part of the equation. That is part of the equation. West Africa is strategic in terms of its ability to supply the energy needs of the world.
And at this point, not just superpowers no and the because if as far as 2000, Cheney reports US for enim say omu hiayen for energy needs, strategic energy needs. France in hiayen because of economy. And energy needs as well. Not just say China and Russia, so on the other side, no, they also have an interest in the same thing. And in Tina,
it is not the exact picture. And I say, hey, French voice is here. Into any French for no air face, so send me a yeah, minerals near the end to me take you over. And a French voice is some son penny the back. So we're also looking for allies in order to be able to stand our ground.
Until the allies are the Chinese and Russians.
No,
just to stimulate our understanding of Neokosun. So, Yabese a pawn in the game of the superpowers.
We are too rich. You are just so rich, you say.
Now, you are rich. Do we know we are rich?
And only as some no kwame. I think you need, especially in the French-speaking countries. I think you need. Who say? And no more it is we can niso here. I do yes, sir. Enti, you are preparing who send your beya. Ohiana, I do sadusa yes, sir. No. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Look, I've read transcripts of the conversations between the ousted president and his Western allies when he was being overthrown. Mayferry. Now on the patches bejenim kwa na ne ekoso no enkoso saa. Why do you think, sir, hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into the streets in support of this government? Why do you think that throughout West Africa, all the mass democratic organizations are opposed to military intervention? Because of the reality of exploitation, neo-colonial exploitation in Niger, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and other places. Inti asamne de media. Say pempenso ayedru be mi hu be mi wanwa. Say ya man penning. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo be mi hu be mi wanwa say obetimi asi pipa say yenkoko santukwa no. In fact, TUC statement wo kan ya I say how baby no the papa kwame.
Say
me ba o TUC statement me how baby. I say we urge the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, not to even contemplate deploying Ghanaian troops to fight in Niger. It is a disaster that will haunt Ghana for a very long time if he makes that mistake. And then they go on. We urge all organized labor groups in Ghana, Nigeria, and other countries in the region to form an alliance with progressive civil society organizations, including religious and faith-based groups, students, youth groups, women's groups, and traditional leaders to stand up against any attempt to declare war on our sisters and brothers in the Republic of Niger, and so on.
One question. All of these statements, Ebe, how about Bazoum? Ne ma, ne members of the cabinet, omwa yitoma abaymuno. What about them?
Fantastic.
But statements say can be after. But we also are right, so no say any po.
Of course.
So what do we do?
Of course. But Kwame,
Crazy.
what I'm about to say though will sound preposterous. I know. It will sound preposterous. One person Inti omamuni na enkokontukwa. We should be interested in protecting the rights of the ousted president. We should be interested in protecting the rights of all Nigerians and so on. That should be our focus. Kuibai and ECOWAS can say, oh, more to prepare. We cannot dictate to you what to do in Niger and so on. But there are certain basic rights we expect. If he has committed crimes and we are going to prosecute him, fine, we can't stop it. But let us ensure that he's treated humanely. Let us ensure that he's given a full right to defend himself. He must have access to counsel and so on. If he's being detained, he should be detained in humanitarian conditions and so on. I'm sure there would have been no crisis.
It doesn't look like anybody's mentioning that.
Oh, ECOWAS has mentioned that.
I'm talking about TUC. I'm talking about.
Oh, so say if Fakwaya do no Fakwa in the Dianu Bedi it pays into insignificance. Fakwaya do.
But it's not right, is it?
No, but also TUC statement.
Ninja Kwesimika San say, yeah, Ghana, we've experienced coups.
Yeah.
66,000 born, 72 as a child, a toddler, a baby. 79, I mean, Nika 81. Yehu Sanya, ye omuanom tiabemu, ayaka dear. And it's as if says a yekua. As long as the coup becomes successful, na just a legitimate. Na omwa ye tuoma bemunu. How about them? How about their rights? Adintina as a I do have the as a bazum there
but TUC statement no covers that.
Okay, what did they say?
TUC statement covers that. The early part of the TUC statement. Or say at its meeting held on Friday, 18th August 2023, at the Trades Union Hall in Accra, the executive committee of the TUC discussed the situation in Niger. The leadership remains one. The leadership remains one. TUC strongly condemned the Technian-led coup in Niger that toppled the constitutionally elected government under the leadership of President Mohamed Bazoum. Democracy remains one of the key issues of the Trade Union Congress and other labor movements across the globe. Any act that disturbs the constitutional order in any country needs to be condemned because it takes that society back to the old order where a few people legally take and usurp power that belongs to the people. The TUC will always support democracy because it is the only way to ensure respect for constitutional order, respect for the rule of law, respect for human rights, including the rights of workers, separation of powers, and respect. So TUC deals with those issues, the human rights issues and so on. But then states its implacable opposition
to the use of force.
You know,
and talks about using diplomacy more.
And TUC insists on diplomacy. In fact, that is at the very bottom. I'll say, this is the TUC statement. We believe that through diplomacy, constitutional order can be re-established in the Republic of Niger if ECOWAS leaders engage the military junta in good faith, with clean hearts and clean minds. We urge the military junta to return Niger to constitutional rule immediately to preempt any senseless war in our region. We do not need war in West Africa. We need peace, social and economic development, and stability. That is what we want our leaders to focus on. Signed, Yaban, Secretary General of the TUC.
Well, they say 3 years.
It's quite balanced, you know. Its opposition to war is strong, very, very strong. But it recognizes the fundamental issues about, constitutionalism and so on also.
Well, almost a moment 3 years into that is where we are. Peace 104.3 ye twa ye jume die no so anope na I bakubia na obi de sending me very interesting office Cabra UK. Okay. Kwajo Ahodo, interesting observation about the onions in Niger. As a Kwame, do you know why Niger is able to produce a lot of onions? The answer is simple: irrigation. Unlike Ghana, the smallholder farmers in Niger come together to invest in irrigation to enable them produce almost all year round. In Ghana, our smallholder farmers would rather blame the government. Even under the one village, one dam policies, the farmers themselves don't see the need to protect and manage the reservoirs or small dams which are constructed for them by government. It's not strange that Ghana imports onions from Niger until our farmers become conscious of the that farming is a business, and they have to look at their farms from a business viewpoint. Our farming output will always be lower, and we'll always import to fill the gap. Kwadwo Ahodo, Sheffield, UK. Mintia said da. Say Jenny. Kwame, the chief of staff. Let's say Jenny into some hand in hand. Your next door neighbors. The chief of staff of the deposed president is in Ghana. Yeah, he escaped last week. Eja kwabna corona queens. I mean, in Ghana, Hana. Alaji Guza beko junjan nanu. Na Hey, ECOWAS, Niger, Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, Mali, Burkina, Senegal, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Gambia, Samoa, Cape Verde. I ain't seen Bibre. Nana kumya.
Kwame.
Ewe yeni Niger asemi.
Niger asemi dey say a developing matter
with all kinds of angles.
Yeah. Me share that near 17 be account. Now there didn't say ECOWAS. Leaders need be aware ECOWAS. I'm saying Yomunya po. Best Numa na sensia. Ghana count. ECOWAS na countries no me better than 12 was 13, 16. And the mobile says 7, so say 8. Ghana count. And on my dream posse. As I say, here they asra for 80 echo Niger. Na asra for now my cool Niger. Eko yomu na president na Niger for 2 abama them say feedback kunini. Yes, I'm finding so. Na ECOWAS leaders he best is Siana and Suni Ghana County. Omu boss at Tripoli. I want Nigeria president or ECOWAS no.
Kwesi part down from.
No actually no. Or kwesi down from.
Na men can say.
No actually no. Oma yenhye mu mienu miensa bi military commanders no na kenkan ho ninya say ya take decision into almost more hwe omo nhyehyɛ omo betimi implement the decision. But Kwame,
yes, no.
Apart from leaders no share dante nipa bi na ekuo bi a omo foaso say sa ntokwa yi embaso. It is a Nigerian parliament. And yet parliament nunkwa share many of the Nigeria ahimfo akesi, especially omo no border, Nigerian border with Niger. Oti omo nsemo a omo mfoaso obagana ha. No so say na can TUC. I mean the TUC Workers Union. Omo yeku abetimi etwi omfom. I'm a soft as sorry I can see say I'm only ECOWAS for no enyadwe nti say ECOWAS leaders see omo adwumaye because o kwako consanto kwase ya say utimi carry your people along so utimi ni panu at least a significant number. Ghana Parliament mean yet as a parliament. Mean so my debate. So I'm so my debate. So I say me I take a position. But Nigeria Parliament I take. But Ghana apart from Parliament no TUC. Sorry, my is a Presby Church na can't count. There's a lot of opposition. And don't you know 7 or 8 countries here could take his decision. I Ghana count. I'm aware Jumaye to be able to convince their own people. Say, military option on before so. But Kwame.
Yes, sir.
No more who beside countries we see Guinea, Mali, and Nigeria.
Guinea, Mali, Burkina.
So they made the margin for one. Also, been a sea or Guinea, Mali, and Omaka. Na Argent trainer work over when they say in Kutamudi. I negotiation. So na ya need soldier for now me to abide na go. San Kokrokoo Guinea Mali na kenkan ye no mko dinkuta ni enhwe se nti ase e beba na nka o metimi afri su no ma restore democracy but I say nti ase no na si enyia still soldier for eda sote so
yeah
nti me madwen fa ho a asa ECOWAS no this time no ma sesan opesom strategy na apart from diplomacy, also the option of military intervention also. Now, imagine Ubeka say a nipani bia nankomo call, a decansen como call, omniasra for a Niger, Ekudinkuta, Yamomo quine. But then say Ube to say ya omo bank military commanders, omo council must set data. So they must soldier for their call. And Chebiana Asrafwe when Niger, Omoma Quine said Omune in the Pebishia near Dinkuta.
Until Hanya Kakraba. I see a bomb in Trenica.
We can take a sad threat of military, you know, so no. Because we share Guinea in Mali. Anya Juma, Kutamudin Guanya Juma. Now this time you did two Kakra to table, so no. Ebia no so betimi ayejuma yenim but sana making support no there there's a lot of work to be done to be able to carry the people along. Cote d'Ivoire na mentioned what the feeling among the population but Nigeria they are TB, Ghana also they are TB ntejuma to convince people at the end of the day nyanya bompa said nti ase be yejuma na ehun embehia se ebema soldiers free Ghana ni Cote d'Ivoire ni Nigeria ni omeka alcohol we enye nim se ECOWAS na apono enye leaders ni nya in fact countries ni be about to say omo wo military governments so mo hunu se we say ma Niger die so ya ECOWAS call kutu oma eni wo wi a omo ba yenso ya
omo ba yenso
nti omo so ma wi atatu se sa Niger no so ya for no ka omo so ma ka support Niger ahwa na edin tokwa to say last week na me chero na me can say Russia and Ukraine they nyen to we there Russia is superpower
ebe bro Ukraine
kun Ukraine so nya say afi na ebe tu kwan omo ni Ukraine omo border back nti no an say ya call 3-4 days bi na e ya call chief president no kra Kwame and they say adani guerrilla war adani guerrilla war 3 days bi no at say akọ bomb dan bi eno na se sa to kwai se Ukraine fo nya akade na muso mutimi abombo Russia ever done the world war so far no more than 1 year babetwem
yeah
Russia Ukraine
well bro
enti se santo kwai ba I am sheshe wom
yeah
na countries see Guinea num ni Mali Burkina num jom ko jim na yati se Russia sa mu group yo mu mercenaries
Wagner
for so akwako PMO Niger ho ya France so wo military say and take it time
abejinsem
na ene ma tese menua ayekobotwe wa issue statement on refugees we kra ntokwa nshedesi and tokwa bibi says here humanitarian crisis mu yati asem so dida na fe benya numbers ye January free Niger I'm from baba
Inti just say
Ghana. Say I
na say Hana obi adwan no better.
Inti support no there. There isn't much support. Inti the leaders no, they have a lot of work. E be crass in a sika cry they con. E free fa.
You free?
Yenya in Ghana is the debt exchange aba. I no cry yen can say.
Yeah, mo ye ho kire.
Wa dia. Inti scan eco free. Ebi ebenya mo ebi free.
Sagwati party ebenya $25 million.
The questions are candidate, but Kokrokoo Santa Koya Zanya 25 million. Ebenya mo ebi free baby I don't mean. But at the end of the day, Ntokwani sia. Ntokwani you can't predict.
David. Fighting has no formula.
Yeah, no ma near Pentokwata mani swakakra. Call training. You bet style the contokwa be proud be ninya bet you but we are catch up say. And only last thing is a way. In this year, tis a work can tokwa by hearty beer. Yet to me, a jail belt in the free self. So, your catch us is the last thing. Because on tokwa there. Would a can't go na ukuni pane. So I've assumed so yeah, with the wording was you and tokwa be 2, 3, 4 years. Now could pray will be for nothing. A good a cool no crown hufi. It's in tokwa there you can't predict. So when we say the way I was so wide chain say was so a bit me me pa. But if you bit me you be
na ku me jai. O start ko ntokwa enne.
Any formula.
There be umo na ebia obetimi ekumi. But ebia na wo ye na me di bibi awo mene.
Ba go baby a chese.
Na I say Russia and Ukraine o. Wo ne Russia me Ukraine. Obi anim say obepra me, obekumi. Enso ebia meti bibi awo mfe.
Enti
na efe adani bibi o.
Adani bibi foforo. Enti ntokwa de formula nim.
Yeah.
Enti share pa.
But you can say but you odi.
Say na asrafo no wo Niger o ma start edin kuta hu. E bompa yese eno no bekwachiri. Na matizo mo say ye mom fie miensa. Ya ifie me say adin ya tia.
To say aha provisional be permanent.
Provisional no be
permanent.
Liman na ban we di fie mienu ne fa. Ene yese onya ade. Ndi e ba betu no na yesiesie niema. Ye no e ba besizima no ye 10 years there that's hotel.
But interesting that sanse me ya di adwa cause onim say you tun kroma our Ghana has 66. I'm for budget so.
Yeah.
Pa 72 you 2 buzia. I'm for budget so. 81 79 for buy let the blood flow your budget so. 81 liman dia can say I'm for budget so. But send ya can any ene.
Yeah.
Enti omo support to cool no. Omotiasie ehunsu sanso.
Well, say eno de ebegina governance. So aban oye niema unipa na enwenwea. That's what timitie. Na utimi ye bibia ebema nipa no ato.
Na omo ho ato mutia ye nyeku.
Well, say obekai say rolling school no the two man. Na shadanya popular.
But
shadanya popular because na Ghana for himself any ashesa democracy ase. E di mfie mienu. Ye free ahonchire mu kese pa soja for aban yera a champo. Ene ne crofo. E di ba o memu hakala bule na enya ye hu ye.
But an shadanya popular na ba say etintim ye. Intina ehunhun na mo de ye na.
Na ref say omo my die sumu from Fiemi
3 years, yeah.
Minim say na that na fini baby.
Na me mo secondary school if any man started for.
Yeah, baby boy life. In Fiemi sounds in Fiemi 9.
Curfew was 3 years.
6 p.m. Refi, omo your shepa na to Ghana for Zanza na Rollins over 18. But to be kaya 79 no. 1979 the no Wachi Janum year was very popular.
Let the blood flow there.
Well, inti say cool no man for begia tune it depends on the governance. Now share near my AC no sisa constitution Edma Hotel. Now we yet to say Niger they are yeke. Kwame.
Yeah.
Now a country like Niger, now more uranium. Uranium so no na yet nuclear electricity, yet generating electricity. Now France, a country like France, but uranium by 90% they cut no electricity of France. Now Niger, mumu need electricity. The Tintimbo be our dream said the France and Yashi, or the second put a menka by BC nuclear be my. Na inzo nya electricity sina be nti be catch and call for say uranium na ye to a na so fast way or near be sir, and you can see it say a kwanya leaders see pray omode fast way bibi say sia obi the soldier ni be soldier for be referred to it will be popular nti ene dey a governance na be share and near my Kosovo, some of this Africa across the country, we leaders see Musubaya. Yes, yes, but at the end of the day, you're in democracy, Musu, and say itimima 18 team, Senebeya, and we leader na ya tuabe you are. Ubeye niema e fata, Senebeya, and Bobia Poajim so baby too. Democracy ego enti Kwame ejuma ohopa so mo person mo cause a military intervention ya mo we ejuma kese because enya popular even among the leaders presidents na mu kra nyomu nya na ajatum na fe the general population na nkasa enya popular.
Interestingly, just to buttress a point, to be the Adrian Chebiaba say the Russian-Ukraine war is 18 months old now. It was started in February last year. Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, Putin initially thought it would take a matter of weeks. A matter of weeks. And it's been 1.5 years. Inti Niger di or patches a young so it will take a matter of weeks, but we have if you so no na okoye bibi basa. Well,
yeah, Bompa say be a threat of military, Ebema negotiation, and Ebema Akenya, Shemukina, na Bibia Bawum. Senabe whom baby here say, Yabeka Kokuntokwa. Maybe
Nana Kumia made us say peace 104.3 Nana Kumia waha anope kwesi prat akaye ho waha anope na anope nkoma edi kan no se ye kan Niger ho asem ne mu nsem a ekoso ehun sunsun so ne ne keke ka ho nyina obi atwe adwen asisu se se ECOWAS 15 countries, not 16 anymore, because Mauritania achom ho efremu dadada. Minia Phillips ewatakra de so de adwenche bia by kai say Jenia ye Kenya and Chebia ebia 20-30 years ago na Volta region titru ne Keta kwano so near wo Charlotte Saj Jenen kitten na free hoba, and he's asking say I wonder what happened to the Charlotte's market from that area. But it is what it is. This one says, Kwame, they are hailing the military now, but when the dust settles and they are being exploited, the junta getting very rich, the women and girls raped by the Wagner group, then they will realize how foolish they have been by supporting the coup. That is Leslie who sent her thoughts to us from Zurich. And then, let's see, this one says, on a light note, okay, imagine your friends who drove to the UK, who drove to London, if they were caught in the middle, are they in Niger? Hey, Charlie, there be Oseko Fiakwa, National Youth Organizer CPP, God forbid. We're all thankful that they've come in one piece, and that's the most important thing. And then Kweku Shaibu says maybe the MPP should send the invisible forces to Niger instead of Ghanaian soldiers. Let the invisible forces be sent to Niger. Kweku Shaibu says Shibwakum. Why on earth should a country so endowed with a lot of resources, including the all-important uranium, be ranked the second most poorest in the world? The best ECOWAS, and for that matter Africa, can do for Niger is to support them against these Westerners. Jomo Pokwase Festus. And then Ghanaian soldiers are known for peacekeeping, and so that is what they should do, not military intervention. That is Kwamina Acidity Nahafu Achirinsua who sends that one. Okay. Chairman John, what is Kweti Pratt saying? That what happens elsewhere impacts on all of us, either negative or positive? Okay. Does he now accept that the effects of Russia and Ukraine are felt everywhere, including Ghana? Uncle Spy in Tadi. And then somebody says, Samuel Oku is not the board chairman of the NLA. Kwamina Acidity. If you don't like the man, at least be truthful about who he is and what he does. I totally support what Kwesi Pratt is saying. What is going on in Niger is sad and it's not helping our practice of democracy. Peace must prevail. And Konam Foster. And then this one says, a coup isn't something we should entertain, but Ghana should not send any military into Niger. Let diplomacy work. Master Planner Junior Kane Tampo. This issue is the rebirth of the Cold War, and ECOWAS must be very careful. Ben Abnori, University of Cape Coast, sends that one. 104.3. Let's do a little local politics at 18 minutes past 10 in the morning of Tuesday, August 22. Nana Kumia.
Yes, sir.
Aka, how many days? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Aka 4 days. Na Kwesi Pratt ni proverbial smoothness level no. Enya aba wa manyokum. Na eto say bibia de din. Boy come on free inside aba. Yeah the outside. Boy come on free inside aba yeah outside.
Oh come bibia de din. Senga bibia de dia senga beti.
Yenti apopuye bia
enti bibia da ne kwam so be kaya party no ediku bi si of presidential elections committee era Professor Okwe edano enti since ye mu si ho no oma to akwanya pi senebe ya elections no be baso ma ayefe omo organize ballots send the panel be pay ballot paper so omo yes ejuma no ene no enya ni be free 1 call 10
yes
obia to aba e de yi bebia obeba ewo ballot paper no so yenua Kennedy Japan them so that number 1 yenua ba omiana that number 10 and no mark no finfi omo wie omo de album no ne nipa na ebe to aba no this person 960 omo list no fancy electoral list no e friend album de ama obia se hwem na also o asempi se bi wo ho na adwintre bi wo ho a de mind no so obekaya na adwintre ba ko mienu miensa bi na ebinom si o asomasi wei ense se ne din wall album num na wei nse so menti we ase after omunye share move the elections committee no nti ase aye adwuma na se obia age album no atum be bia ye be to aba no so region bia there were 16 regions. The region bia bewo election center. Then also almost selective bia to aba and ebe to be so headquarters, NPP headquarters. Into 17 voting centers. Now if you omni delegate presidential aspirants no inkuta hudia omo dinunti oma agree on share say mo bia emfa phone enko ho the person bia betwa ni ballot ka say na ma vote ama asomasi na ma vote ama open thing empensa oma yen share mo bia emfa phone enko afi omo say serial numbers no kra no omo be frame in such a way say untimi hu say sa vote every region way anaasɛ ɛfiri ɔbɛntin wei nti ɔmo bɛfra serial numbers no nyinaa sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a wontumi hu baabi a saa vote yɛ firi nti ɔmo ahyehyɛ no nyinaa obiara ɛwɔ kwan sɛ ɔde no agent ɛkɔ hɔ na afei dwumadie no nso nyinaa yɛde ahyɛ electoral commission nsɛm nti electoral commission hyehyɛ ɔmo wɔ for the national elections no ɛno ara na ɔmo ba bɛto fam for saa election nti mene yɛ benada ti aka bɛ 5 days na each region bia ban best at 30-40 on the average and it aba each region enti mejitu nso mo sha ase within 2 hours ebe to aba na wie
just sada na tew
because on the average it's about 40 delegates per region.
Oh, when is it?
And also regions people have 23, 25. I'm saying crying. Greater Accra and Ashanti na constituencies a dozen, but average about 40. Yeah. And by 1 hour, 2 hours near we na results no aba. Yeah, share them. But this time the Omunia will be here the last minute campaign.
So who support the vice president?
Into
your no owing?
And ne or called Tamale. And of free Tamale or Beko Nalerigo. So Nalerigo see a different region. Tamale. And I feel no or Befasa Quinian so no commission Tamale International Airport. And
hey, yeah.
Or maybe to be commission no and now we are what the campaign so them so free and no be na lerigo ni tamale no be so china be call damongo so a regional capital and them say wa no abasunyani no abakumasi
ebi aka say oye campaign but oye na juma so as vice president.
Yeah.
Does it not give him undue advantage? Because he's here, Obabe Commission, and now inaugurated Tamale Airport, and his position as vice president.
Yeah.
But our campaign is for president. In Tiano's way.
Our campaign for them?
For flag bearer. Yes, eventual president. Yeah.
Is he going far back on tour?
Maybe so. In case of back.
And what do you mean far back on tour? Once you are in that position, any obia or young befan say incumbent for want of a better word. Time I end me elections. Oh yeah, MP. Kwame.
Yes.
Me be MP. MP. The next be MP 1997. The next election year 2000. I mean MP. Enti Sebenya street lights kakram command panel wa veno. As MP. We super to say a campaign. Because when I incumbent. And I don't know the sana politics not.
Yeah, fan is
just say I can't say oh the brave I saw the two answer, but yeah, your constitution and so you're president now signing up for re-election. You're still the president.
Yes,
but you know, I don't know. It doesn't now. Yes, I think incumbent to be uncle lose.
Anyway,
can incumbent to be lose.
Many be actually my dream baby so medasi papa. On him says a Jenna my friend Charlotte no. Enkete no.
Yeah.
A bisu friend Charlotte. Inti one share now confusion about but a be friend Charlotte. A be friend Charlotte.
Say S one.
SHALLOT, but it's pronounced Charlotte.
Oh,
but with America for some say Charlotte.
Oh, back here English, no
back here British, back here. 80 somehow. But no, me have been actually my dream about to say. Sana adiena babe.
No say back here American, back here English. I say unti.
But unfortunately, you know, once a British colonized.
Yeah.
It ideally I was saying Kibia Mika Shallots.
British.
Ideally.
Britain for the kind of Shillong.
Yes, ideally.
And Americans kind of shallots.
And as you say, bro, for now I have bibi basebi. It's your catch up say, hey, minya insim hu na me British. Kwekubati, I agree, you're right. I agree. Originally I'm supposed to be British and I'm British. Unfortunately, Sana DNI, you say, bro, for now bibi basebi. Yeah, you try to cry you hunka. But Kweku, thank you very much for drawing my attention to it. It is a charade and charade. Mami Kai, my teacher IKJC. Kwame Atai Madina says, Kwame, the deposed President Bazoum, if care is not taken and the military option is taken, they may assassinate him. So we should be careful. What is the UN doing about all this hullabaloo? Openyi Yao in Madina. Openyi Ayasamu. When the US invaded Somalia, they said they were using only 3 days to capture Osman Farah. They eventually ran with their tails between their legs. ECOWAS must be careful, and that is Baba Chairman in Tamale, Enedi, and Obaye. Audition Chairman General Dr. Baumia is still the Vice President and must perform his duties as such. By the way, the signal is strong and clear. Audition Ajabing in Hacho, Enedi, and Obaye. KSK, to go or not to go to Niger, we must not go now because it may undermine the security of the sub-region. Besides, I don't think we have the required logistics and army size to undertake that assignment that can undermine the process. Eric Amponsa Boateng, tax expert, sharing his thoughts on this one. Chairman General Kwesi Pratt, my hero, has always been hitting the nail right there on its head. Bravo, Kwesi, from Dr. Amakom Abenwaha. The onions and tomatoes from the desert countries, Burkina Faso and Niger, they could be GMO, Kwame. They may not be exactly organic. We in Ghana with our pa, we resisted GMO in principle, but we wholeheartedly admit or import from the desert countries and ignore our organic because the GMO has a longer shelf life. So, the shallots or shallots from Keta, tomatoes from Akomadan and other areas in Ghana have vanished. Nana sends that one in. We could have developed a huge industry for pickles from the shallots of Keta. That is Phillips in Tadi. I don't speak for Ghanaians, but I speak for myself, my wife, and my children. We don't support President Akufo-Addo using our resources and troops to go to war in Niger. I am not a security expert, but the little I learned in the university regarding conflict resolution tells me that continuous dialogue trumps over any form of aggression. Musa Abattoir in Asonase. Nana Kumia should know that not only mobile phones are for pictures. Gastiman in Brekum, what else would anybody send in there to take pictures? Okay, interesting points here. Interesting. Good morning, my brother Henry. Long time no see. Thank you very much for touching base from the UK. Have a beautiful day, Henry. And I see your team Arsenal is in a good place. Arsenal free. What do you say? Someone named Namo Sleepy Bium. Kwesi, smoothness level coming up on Saturday. Any comments?
Oh, come here, Cha Meminda. Cha Meminda. Media Medicaka. So Meminda no. And yet, and only about water. Meminda no, ya da. Ya kusem. Near Unipen. No more coffee about water. Na my baby super delegates congress obi benya 70%, obi benya 90%, and so on.
Baumia no mokanasem.
Massa, no problem. You know 90% and 70% now obey a flag bearer. Now only a flag bearer. Until you hear any proper delegates congress now, we bet to about 200,000. A honor grown war. Immediate me train say
Into 70% you decide never see Saturday. But after that, no.
Near best Saturday, Biano. Near no never more by Frank at Yama MPP. You look at on them, sure. And I last me by no, who can say because it's possible say who call Saturday day between 98%. That's no guarantees that who call Delegates Congress now, Ubenya 20%. And it's possible to be crowd because Super Delegates Congress here. Ubenya free.
But mean, you know.
Now, so near Quine call.
But when
Kebia call Ubedin Queen. Until they say, yet here.
Now, could be an opinion posting at the OGD.
Kwabi.
Yes, Nana. Question actually, my dream.
Oh,
70%, Doctor. But all the polls have been in our patches or no been more than 70%. OGD.
My who post me. Kwame. Also, beside me, said Dr. Bami or Wainfa.
And I'll see you stream.
Now, me Charles. So I wouldn't schedule. And now, or call Tamale. Or ye a Jumeya. Or call.
But I know Western region, boy. And no answer. Okay.
Now, Oya. In fact, last week, you call out of 16 regions, we call say 9. And now we call Tamale, Friwa, we call Damongo, we call Wa, Friwa, Beba Sunyani by road, about to Kumasi. And untinu na chere woni ne say pose ne de eyo well but ejuma no na hu here nti polls here ba 70% 75% 80% inya but menjin this obi or when ya break election to say election kese say na polls about so na benya 70 in fact they say show cry. And so show grana yam more. Say polls no ba opinion polls will be a shame not you as a delegates in G one 2 more. As I say encourage you now yam more. Say banner I can say oh yeah the delegates na you atuma. As I say no so encourage you. Enti you about me there's son or no who polls. If it's bad it will encourage you to do more. If it's good, it should still encourage you to do more. And that's the way on who posts. Or yet still pressing ahead to meet all the delegates. Also, no, not shall say late kakra. Because not per se a formal opinion of nominations and not starting a campaign. They've been much shall did that. And he is playing catch up. And Ejman enough up. Call last week. And then Western Region Hall, Kumasi, Free Kumasi to Western North Hall, Capitan reference. Western North Capitan area.
Safe you baby.
Safe you also. The Free Kumasi drive call safe you also. Free safe you also. You drive bar Goso.
That's a long drive.
Very, very long drive. If we go so, you drive about Kumasi. You do Kumasi na about 10:30 anajo. It's a lot of work.
Stress.
But we share delegates now from the reaction. It makes all of it worthwhile. But sana delegates in there. Once our body say but elections na kasana ebetre. Ya mencha the elections mimi dey ya ebe. Na me de say nhihye na omunya age atum say ye fa cameras nko ho wa kotwa wo photo bia na yem na be mix serial numbers say na bia ye hu say e bia Western of say no mo vote to ye ana akraso me de pa say na be obia be vote out of conviction. Na results no ba ya hwe.
Yes, Gracie.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Okay. Going back to Asamba Kwa, no mean said down Tiasi Papa. The two about ballot papers, they mean a central place near Bacana.
Debut.
And I say obi abe who region or senior regions no to it. Who mix Syria no one mix you. One better to Tamale. One to be a can in Tamale. And straight away you can tell that this is how Tamale voted. Western region, you better to Takrabi. You can't be how Western region voted. It is that mixing of Syria numbers now and also
yeah, said ABC. Because almost say almost mixing of Senebeya. Ultimate Tracy says I hadn't said move to it.
But so kind of hard, yeah. You will know how they voted. It is as now who can be a living test. Unless you say the ballot papers in a central location of Bekan. As a for Quaber to about the whole Bekan. What do you mean? Tamale say no motor. And I'm a boy. Me boy.
Hey,
so they will say I remember that. Today I'm trying to remember that.
And you mean say remember that?
No, because say you say remember that. Today I'm trying.
There's another masa mintiasi. My dream one mintiasi o kwa me. Yeah, no so hanya na say dey.
Ade who ya ebiana bibidim.
Sase no. No ka say ka we centralizing voting. Say we will deal with this problem of knowing how different places
voted.
Now see there be. After more sabe ka say consistent serial numbers na and emma sending the different places voted. Meanwhile, you are going to count where the people voted. And how is that a solution?
Nana, you should know.
Oh, such statement now, but very clear. So they are going to deal with that through a mix. And to the entry.
I'll be saying, can't you say, just to add up to Mobile Bunu East Tichiman also. Or said that was last week, Friday.
Yeah.
Bunu East Tichiman. Well, Kennedy Japan, Kwabne Japan, Boache Jakon, Joe Gate, Alan Chrematin, Ousui Free Akoto, Kojo Poku, Konedwa Preku, Mahmoud Baumia. How be on the Majano?
Now, come here, you see, Papa no ba could be over. The slogan here, the Atupa.
Patron Amity and CSC Akoto tops all Atupa. And sending our candia.
The slogan pa ni Atupa.
Eh?
Oh, be do man penny guy and the slogan ni Atupa.
Cause yeah, you don't neck.
I'm for the
for the can say yes, Akoto tops all Atupa.
I don't know what this idea Akoto.
I did that of all the things. I don't know out here.
It just happens to say.
Or then a great policy by one tier.
It just happens to say the slogan rhymes, it means other things.
Because or the great policy about or the great policy about one tier no.
Meti and Matia to Pano
says Akoto tops all.
And only can say
Atopa. Yes.
I'm not being too more. One more sell and one more sell. And I don't understand I did tell you.
There because me sure.
Okay.
Me sure.
But
Tonka because you obviously me more I'll say mixing on more no. I'll say crime so that for example we may know the regional votes, but not necessarily trace a specific vote to a specific voter. So regional votes probably an issue. I don't know if Nana Kumia that was your
trace to a specific voter.
Okay,
Kwame Mami.
Obisi Kwesi Pratt. Is this your only concern? Oh, Kwesi.
Kwame. Yes. Mami kind statement.
Nana Kumia Atopani uncle.
Kwame, press conference na party no statement that party ni issue here.
Yes.
Oh, adekwa. Me no kasa sisi yako.
Obisi Kwesi Kancho says it's just an acronym why Opacho.
Kwame I'm say headings no back on serialization mechanism for vote confidentiality.
For vote confidentiality.
Yeah, that's the heading. So
okay.
Serialization mechanism for vote confidentiality. aspirants were concerned about the potential traceability of votes to individual voters and expressed apprehension. This apprehension has been effectively managed through the implementation of intricate serial numbers comprising a combination of characters. This strategic approach ensures that no individual can decipher the voting pattern of specific voters after the voting process concludes. This measure guarantees the integrity and confidentiality of the voting exercise.
But is this a secret ballot?
Yeah.
So what's the big deal?
Well, just will be Kokrokoo with serial number. Now, I was going to look for your serial number, but happens just a concern expressed at the meetings. And but like we see saying, the original vote will be known. So, because the votes will be declared at the region.
Yeah.
So you can see the original block.
Yeah.
But who quite is all confused? Baby, it's not said numbers no swano. Because in many of the regions is 20, 30.
Nipaka crazy.
Mixes Syria now. Say about team interest is Syria number to individual. But well, maybe it's to make it more and more secure. But the original.
But interestingly, as you said, not just most started vote to Kenya 2 hours somewhere you 1 hour 2 hours somewhere you. A question that just run numeric run your smoothness levels.
Now, Kwame, everyone said region be a Kotuaba and Nipa
30.
Police station be a Kotuaba, Nipa Ohono, 29. And 30.
Yeah.
The Kotuya 29 1. So the mobile send you vote.
You're very damn.
Obi and tell you. Obi and tell you. Obi, I was in Nipa 30. Obi, why are the Sunday so?
It's now when you want.
Now we know what. I was the master betrayal. You didn't betray. We didn't now. 30. 30 for you now.
Obia Asampai. Fear delegates. Professor Kofi Ejekum, Openi Ejekum say, Akoto tops all. Change into Atopa. Linguistically, it's a matter of interlingual verbal taboo. When you what's saying interlingual verbal taboo.
Oh, Kwame, Akoto tops on here
TOPA. Atopa.
Okay. Say actually Akoto tops all. And A Nakoya Atopa.
But apparently in linguistics, no. Opinion my channel pay still I am shedding. Say Oshifi kakra. Say oye ye ni wie no am so ogina home kakra.
Ye be.
Kwasi?
Ye.
Won't
Minty.
Are you serious?
I'm sure Minty.
I was opening you gumba hache.
Why?
Oba hache.
Until I'm business or Shahifa.
Oh, and also I could share Cambodia.
Opening by who?
Oh, and I'll be uncle my auntie.
Kwasi? Picture
just one could share Cambodia.
Picture no the first child or the before
opening your mouth.
The first child the before aka baby.
So him.
No need. Yes na eja. Oko galamze nti.
Na galamze ni pa ba ku penit me galamze.
There be wo de no. Asemesi when was asemesi we chia wonim when was asemesi we chia wonim I will be some oh yeah you cry that
obeju se mi nipa boni o
onka so yi nipa boni but when was say until that
what
amen
linguistic
say anything want to back one say interlingual verbal taboo atopa lingual verbal taboo
interlingual verbal taboo
say academic for hey okay, they claim that people are victims. Because I'm saying people before Nanga so but no so many panel they send me or say some of these people claim that people are victimized after voting, so they put in mechanisms to protect the identities of the voters being linked to their votes. But Mini Akofi, Sani Akwesi King, So police station nipa 30. Now muko 229-1 and 27-3. And I even 21-9. Na in a particular direction. Sister like who said
when you said half a man one farmer. Half a man nipa 30. Na ko basa na ahabi.
So but by Saturday we are quite be now vote me start time anopa. Oh, and by 12 na obia who is smoothness level na kwesi who obi obe win there and now wait me at change obi who is smoothness level there
kwami
kwesi
mi umbo number ebi mbo number ebi mbo no mi hu ni nti omo ha omo
one name number
minka ba nipa be nan bi omo a wo se wo mo ni na mu kwa wo de ebetu ewie no we be nya 1 ni 2 ni 3 be hu uhwe sika wo mo ahye no di konya 1 2 3 4 5 na no say yes o mo bobra pa 1 2 3 4 5 na billboard ba ko cry yes billboard ba ko cry yes na wo ye wo na dey akoji 5 votes
well by Saturday afternoon, well, no. In the meantime, Charles or Sam Mensah, you're teaching here at Kumasi Technical Institute. Charles or Sam Mensah, you're a tutor at Kumasi Technical Institute. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Ose?
Why not returning officer? What?
Good question. Nana, why not returning officer? Electoral Commission.
Yeah, but why Professor Atua here and I said the only returning officer and I said why?
There be said Director of Elections was Kokrokoo.
Yo.
Kokrokoo. Now, are they trying to return of Sankadia?
This is not the first time I'm organizing issues for political parties.
When they be sacking,
I'm vote and I say 9 o'clock. Yeah, by 1 near upon.
Now, because I didn't try and inquire.
Oh, Marcus, I am busy. So,
they be said I would be so some no.
Oh, it's trying only one new
MPP.
I've about it in Tia. I see what
Now, send it Ubisa to say, a 2 ahenia na. But what only a 2 ahene? Maybe 2 ahene, you see ahene. President Abakadi Trato, is there anything else you like us to look at? Okay, that's it. Nana, anything else?
Oh, come here, that's it.
Into your smoothness.
Yeah.
Maybe they are not that king.
So last week we see catching so.
Obisi cash. You go school.
Oh, you see Keta.
Fifi.
Homo Bible. Oh, you see Keta. Fifi. Homo Bible. Somebody says, Obama says, the first 3 positions, Baumia, Alan, Kennedy, Pong. The real battle is for 4th and 5th. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Inti Baumia, Alan, Kennedy, Japan. Nana, do you agree? Yes, I can't 4th and 5th. Oh, you shiketa.
I remember they are never.
Inti entry. Kwesi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can just say a patch. It didn't a peer henny, not a tia henny.
Some of he know. Say it to you.
But yes, it didn't appear henny and yet a tia henny. It's Pacho.
Yes, sir.
Nana Boydu, our Sun Team group of companies, Nana Boydu and Opay Chiao. Have a beautiful day. Nana Kumia Yadasi and Opayo. Kwesi Medasi Papa no paying so. And yes, Mrs. Anna Ngwa our Konongo, Mrs. Anna Ngwa our Konongo, and Ewa Wadanya Minko Sun Shirao. It's from Mrs. Abigail Ngwa Kuma saying from Mrs. Anna Ngwa.